I'm with my friend Sinh today. We're happy that you could join us because you have interesting perspective on things.
Yeah.
Because everyone has a unique experience, but I don't know anyone that has lived in their car personally. Like I've heard of people living in their cars, but that's why you've had that experience, and also the experience of living in a shelter, in a homeless shelter. So I want to just ask you about your experience there. And,
no problem. Go ahead.
you rented in many different places, right? So what were your frustrations renting?
People, a lot of landlords complain a lot about stupid stuff.
Yeah, and so
weed smell. They judgmental you.
Right. Who's judgmental?
Landlords. And people you live with are dirty.
Yeah, and
rental, right?
And different tenants maybe get along with the tenant.
Yeah,
or
some
not.
tenants are dirty. Some are. Yeah, it's all.
So how many places did you, like how often were you changing apartments?
Every couple months, man.
So in the space, in over a few years, how many different places did you live in?
Oh man, about 7 places.
7 or 8 places. So that must have been very exasperating.
Oh, it is hectic.
So basically, you decided that you want to try living in a car, right?
Yeah.
So where did you get the idea to do that?
YouTube.
On YouTube, okay. So what were some of the guys that you saw on YouTube, and what were they saying that made it seem appealing? What were they saying about it?
There's a lot of stuff like save money and rent are high, you know. Everything are so expensive, so.
Right. So you decided to get a car. What kind of car did you get?
Honda Fit. The one that slides down like a bed.
A Hyundai or a Honda?
No, a Honda. No.
A Honda Fit?
Yeah, Honda Fit my car. Because it's flat down, ain't like a bed. That's the only car that does that.
The seats go down, right?
Like that's the only car that does that.
So
that's why.
And how big was I remember the car, but it's not a huge car, right?
Yeah,
it's like a medium, small.
Medium.
It's on the smaller end of a car.
Yeah, fit.
But I guess for you don't have a tall stature, so.
I'm a small guy. I'm 5'3", so.
Right, so you can fit in that car, no problem.
It's like a box, that car.
I wouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah.
But so how much did the car cost you?
$2,000.
Did you get it used?
Yeah, I got it used.
Okay. But if I understand, you currently don't have a driver's license.
No, I don't. I did, but I got
in the past.
taken away.
Yeah.
Impaired driving.
So people might wonder, why did you buy a car? I mean, you want to live in it, I know, but
yeah, but I wasn't driving it though.
You weren't driving it.
I'm parking at our place. Remember my friend had a bike shop.
Yeah,
let me use
he
his
still
back.
has the bike shop, and
I was parking at a great.
Yeah, your friend was very generous.
Yeah.
I know him. Through you, I know him, and he's a very nice guy. Owner of a bike shop.
Yeah.
Allowed you to park behind it.
His property.
And
so you don't get towed.
But he only wanted you to let you park it there at night, right?
Yeah, at night. Daytime I gotta move it to the plaza.
So at night you would sleep there in the car.
When the shop is closed, then I could go there. When it's open, I gotta move, because it's business, right?
And every day, Monday to Sunday, 7 days a week, you would have this pattern of sun goes up, move the car to the parking lot. Sun goes down, move it back to the.
So I don't get harassed by the ticket.
Oh, the ticket people, the police or anyone? Ticket police?
Yeah, you can't park on people's property, right? By law, you get towed.
So in Toronto, in this part of the city, you don't really see cars parked in a commercial parking lot at night?
No, you don't see that.
Would that attract attention?
Yeah, of course it will. People know you're...
I guess that's one of the main concerns of living in a car is your car attracting attention in the neighborhood.
You gotta have somebody that have property who you can park your car.
Someone who has property who you can park your.
Helps you out.
That's a key point.
Yeah,
you gotta have
point. That's it.
But then it's like no different than having like a small trailer. It's not a trailer, but it's the same. It's a similar concept of you're bringing something mobile, and if you have a good relationship with the landowner, then okay, that's the best you can hope for in the circumstances.
It's way better than a trailer. I mean, those tent, how people live in the park and stuff.
Oh yeah, better than a.
At least my car have everything. Heat will keep me warm if I get cold mid of the night.
Yeah, but some people have more money and want to do this. They just get to buy an RV or something, like, you know what I mean? It has everything. It has a kitchen, bathroom, heating.
I couldn't afford it that time.
But at least the car has power, right?
Yeah, it helps me out, gets me by.
When did you start living in the car? What month of the year? October?
Yeah, I did,
So
yeah.
but you lived. I thought you didn't live in it in the winter. Did
Yeah,
you?
I did, man.
You did
Winter, yeah.
one winter. You
Yeah,
did
one winter I
the
did,
first
man.
winter.
Yeah, the first winter.
Oh,
I did,
okay.
yeah.
So you went from October, and then how long did this stretch last from when you were like how many months did you spend living in that car?
About 12 months.
About a year?
Yeah, about a year.
I thought it was like 8 or 9 months.
No, no, no.
No, it was a year. Okay. In the winter, what was it like? How did you manage to stay warm?
I used my friend outlet. Yeah,
Yeah.
outlet. I used a heater, plugged it in my car.
But you were using your car's energy to do that.
Yeah.
So did you have to have the engine on?
No.
So you didn't have to have the engine on.
No. Nighttime I get
So
free
what did he give
electricity
you?
at nighttime.
But how did you plug in the heater? You had an extension cord?
Yeah, that's extension cord.
So you didn't have to use your car.
No. Morning I did.
But how did
in
you
the morning I did.
But you must have had to open the window a little bit to
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I do.
Well, number one for ventilation,
Yeah.
but also
left the
for
window
getting
open.
the wire. How do you get the wire into the car?
I leave the window open a little bit.
Through the extension cord,
Yeah.
right? Okay, I was just wondering. Like, but was that enough to keep you warm, or did you have
Yeah,
to?
of
Did
course.
You have to
I was
bring like
boiling,
a lot
man.
of,
The heater keeps me warm.
Did you have to bring like a lot
worked.
of sleeping bag or extra layers?
No. It gets me hot in there, man. While the window's up and little
But you
window.
must. Do you have a sleeping bag at least?
No, I don't need
No,
to.
you didn't even.
No,
blankets.
the heater was
No
good.
blankets.
I had a good heater.
Were you just in your
Yeah, I had a
clothes?
blanket, yeah.
Oh, you had a blanket. Okay,
Yeah, I had a
but no
blanket.
mattress or anything.
Had mattress, everything.
Okay,
you know?
mattress, but
I made it like a home.
and you put some sheets on it, right?
Yeah, I
okay.
put sheet like.
But you don't. Okay, so you didn't need. But you had a blanket, so that's a similar idea to the sleeping
Yeah.
bag, right? Like you had some.
Yeah, I bought a mattress.
Did you sleep
everything.
in
I
your
cut
clothes or pajamas?
Them. Yeah, I sleep in my long john. Like,
Okay,
short pants
okay,
and stuff
okay.
like that.
Fair enough. So you managed to stay warm, but
Yeah.
then didn't you change your approach after a certain time? Because I thought you said you were keeping heat. I remember you telling me that there was a time when you had to leave your car on at night.
Oh, because I didn't have electricity at the time. When in the beginning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
in
I
the
did in the beginning.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry, man.
No, that's okay.
In
I'm
the
just
beginning, I
trying
had
to
to
remember.
get
I'm just trying to
until I
remember.
figured out how to get
Yeah.
electricity to save gas.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, that's okay.
I was running
No,
on my
yeah.
gas for a bit, for like about a
how
month.
long? A month?
Until I met the next door, the
okay,
church
okay.
people. They helped me out.
Right.
I paid them $100 to let me use their electricity.
Right.
After, sorry.
No, you don't have to apologize. That's okay.
I forgot about it.
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
it was costing me a
well-
lot of money in the beginning. That's what I did in the beginning. I spent
Yeah.
$400 a month. So it's better than paying rent. Works out, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't have the headache of landlord on my ass and weeds, this and
Yeah,
that.
that would be, and that can be dangerous because of carbon monoxide, right? You got to make sure that window's open. And
Yeah,
then
it
if,
was
But then
open.
if the window's open, you're
was
losing
open.
so much gasoline during the night. Like
No, it's not a lot.
Not a lot?
Only you're accelerating.
You're just idling
When it's
it.
idling,
Yeah.
it's okay.
And it's important to drive the car a little bit just to maintain it in good condition,
Yeah.
right? Because
Only I only live running for 8 hours, 6 hours,
I
7
mean,
hours.
like even driving it like across the street, right? Like
Yeah.
the car needs
I do
some.
that. Yeah, I do that. That's
Yeah, I
what
know,
do.
like you said, but if people got to know that you can't just leave a car in place without driving it sometimes because it's not healthy for the car, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that true? Like if you don't operate a car, it'll start to seize up, or
Yeah, you have to drive it. I move it around.
Yeah, move it around a little bit.
I move around all the time.
But you can't drive it to a different part of the city
no,
because
I
you don't
can't.
have a license.
I just drive around the parking lot just to
fair
make the
enough.
car, keep the car in.
Did the police ever bother you? Like,
Not at all.
Did you ever have any Did you
Nope.
have any problems with anyone in the neighborhood? You said there was the one restaurant owner who was like gave you the cold shoulder or something.
Yeah, I've been an idiot.
You looked down on you, right?
Yeah.
But then there was some other people were nice to you, right?
Yeah, there's bad and good in
There was the guy. There was the some non-denominational or one of these little churches.
Yeah, they helped
that,
me out. Yeah.
So
They
who
helped
was
me
that guy? Who was that guy who was trying to help you?
African guy. He helped me out.
He was an African guy.
Yeah, I give him $100
Nice.
bucks. He gave me electricity, so I don't have to start my car. I save a lot of money on that. And after.
But
for
I
5
thought you
months.
had electricity from the bike shop owner.
It depends when his brother comes, Rob. Then
Yeah.
I have to
Oh,
fucking.
oh, right. Cause
So I stopped using it.
right.
After.
The brother of the bike shop owner
Don't
is.
like it.
So how much was it costing you per month, roughly, to live in your car?
After I give the guy $100 electricity a month, $100.
Just for the electricity. That's it.
Yeah.
So
my car, food and stuff different, right? I got
right. Well, you can
I steal my
You
food.
can factor in
I steal
food
my
into
food
this.
sometimes.
You got how?
I shoplift sometimes.
Oh
for
yeah.
my food.
Like
After-
from what
Well,
kind of
Food
from what
Basic.
kind of a store? Food Basic.
Yeah, I still like it. Macaroni.
Like
banana,
macaroni.
yeah,
Oh,
like,
okay.
you know, like
Okay, but
bolognas
still,
and stuff
but still, you
in
got to
pocket.
budget some money per month
Yeah.
for food.
Yeah.
So apart from what you,
Is that bad
stole
what I
from-
just said?
no, I'm not
so-
going to judge.
That's what homeless
The
people
Christian ethic is not to judge
Yeah.
and like,
Yeah,
well,
people-
that's not to say we can say some things are wrong. Maybe that's the wrong thing to do. But I can't judge you. I'm not God, right?
do.
So,
Yeah.
and sometimes the corporations are pretty evil. So
Now
I can
everything's
understand-
tight.
Yeah.
You know, COVID,
Yeah.
everything
Yeah,
hard
they,
to find
yeah,
jobs.
they kind of push us into a rough space
You know,
sometimes.
COVID
so
fucks everything up.
people want to survive.
Yeah.
Sometimes people steal. I'm not gonna condone stealing.
Yeah, but look how good everything going. Inflation, everything
But
expensive.
anyways, my main question is how much money did you have to budget for food every month? I mean, because you couldn't.
About
you have to
300
budget something,
bucks.
$200 or $300.
Yeah, I go out eat. I
So
go buy
that's-
pizza and stuff.
So let's say
McDonald's.
let's say 300
bucks, good enough for
plus
food.
the 100 for electricity.
Yeah.
So you're spending about $400 a
Yeah,
month.
400 bucks.
Any maintenance? Any other like
No,
you need
no, I don't-
clothing
no,
or you
I
need?
have all that. I
Okay,
just
so
need
that's
to
a
pay.
pretty. That's respectable because in a country like Canada to get everything paid for and
Yeah.
$400, you know, I guess I would be similar to you, but I pay $850. I mean, I rent an apartment, so I pay $850 dollars a month, which is extremely cheap. In Toronto, when I pay $850, that's like
I know.
insanely cheap. to get a small apartment for yourself, that would usually cost at least $1,300 or more.
Yeah.
Overall, what was your opinion of living in the car? Like,
It's good.
how was it overall?
It's okay. It
Yeah.
doesn't bother me at all. It's just a headache of getting a washroom. You got to go out
Yeah.
and use washroom. That's the only bad thing.
Yeah, that's an important question. Yeah,
That's the only thing. Cold
I
outside. You have
remembered.
to use the bathroom.
Yeah, I should have remembered to ask that. So, how did you go to the bathroom? Yeah,
I run down the creek. I had to go use on the
down by the river. Yeah.
river. And
But that's a ways down that hill, right? That's at least
Yeah.
a 10-minute walk.
yeah, 5 minutes. I use my
Yeah. So you never were in an emergency where it's like, oh, I really gotta go.
No, I don't.
I'm
I
gonna
know
have
when-
diarrhea, or
No, I don't have
that would
that
be
problem.
inconvenient. So that's good that you didn't
I
didn't have that.
problem.
So maybe once a day you'd have to go down, but then
Yeah.
you'd probably want to do it in the nighttime,
Yeah,
right?
that's what I do at nighttime when everyone's
But what if you have to go when it's daytime?
daytime? I just go to like Food Basic.
Oh
and stuff
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
okay.
You know,
so they had a
shop with Drug Mart.
So they had a bathroom.
Yeah,
in the
when,
super,
oh
in
yeah,
the
another thing. They
supermarket.
open up,
Yeah.
right? When the mall closed, I can't use the bathroom.
Okay, I see.
Nighttime, I gotta run down the, you know.
So there was a bathroom in the Food Basics.
Yeah,
and
and
then
Shoppers Drug
and the
Mart.
Shoppers Drug Mart. Oh, okay, that's good to know.
Nighttime,
But then you still got to be on good terms with the security
Yeah,
guard or
yeah, I'm
everyone.
cool
Make
with
sure.
them.
Yeah,
I
you
was
can
cool
be
with them.
nice to people to get
yeah, I
along
was.
with them, right? Yeah.
Everyone was fine.
So that's good that no one really hassled you
No,
in the
nobody.
area.
No,
That's good.
As long as you keep to yourself, keep clean, you don't
Well,
throw
that's
garbage
because you
around.
were able to move the car at night.
Yeah.
If you were leaving the car there, then you would be hassled
Yeah,
eventually.
exactly.
Eventually, they would ask you to go.
Police take a guy will come harass you, man. You can't do that
Yeah.
by law, right?
What
I
do
had-
you, yeah. What do you think of the people who live in tents? Like
Live
just
where?
live in tents and stuff like that.
I don't judge people, man. They have their own problem.
Yeah.
They could get help from the government and stuff,
Yeah.
but they don't want to. They
Yeah.
have addiction. They chose that.
Just to conclude with the car, would you recommend it to people?
Depends your situation. Yeah, depends your financial. You know.
So yeah, it depends, I guess. But I forgot to ask, how did you cook? Do you use a gas stove?
Yeah, I
or-
use a gas
Yeah.
stove. I bought electricity.
Mm.
I use not gas. I used the first I used the gas. Then after I got the electricity,
Right.
I was using the propane at first. Remember? Then I stopped because I thought it was dangerous. Then after I got
Yeah.
electricity from the church people, then I stopped. It's better electricity, more
So
safer.
like they give you a portable electric stove? Like
I
do
bought
you-
it. I bought one.
Did you just do it in the car or on the?
In the
do you
car,
have the
in the
trunk
car.
open or like?
Yeah, I go outside. I left the trunk open.
And did you do it in the parking lot?
No, I do it right from Mark.
When you're behind the bike
back.
shop, when
Yeah.
not as many people can see,
Yeah,
right? Okay,
yeah,
okay, yeah.
No, it's all hidden.
But then, so you'd have to do your cooking usually, or what, early in the morning or in the
Nighttime,
evening?
nighttime,
Okay, I see. That makes sense. And what eventually made you stop doing the car thing?
Because I got help from the government. They
Okay.
offered me a shelter.
Okay.
I didn't know about
And
it.
the shelter
because of
seemed
COVID.
the shelter seemed like a better deal.
Yeah, way better, of course.
Okay.
They help
So
you
then
out.
that's the second part of this video now. Like your experience living in
Car.
the homeless shelter.
Yeah.
So how long have you been living in the shelter for?
And now almost a year now. I
Almost a
started,
year now.
November last year, winter I started.
Okay, so that followed immediately from you living in
Yeah,
the
in the
car
car,
and
4
then
years,
into the
then-
shelter. And the reason you chose to live in the shelter, you were saying it just seemed like a better deal
Yeah,
to you?
government helped you out.
I mean, it'd be nicer to live in a building, right?
Yeah.
Than as opposed to not in a building, right?
What can you do? Whatever.
You get so what do you have there? You have your own room?
Yeah, I got my own room.
What kind of a building is it in?
Hotels.
It's a hotel, right?
Yeah.
What a Holiday Inn or
Comfort zone.
Comfort Inn?
Comfort Inn.
It's weird. Oh yeah, here it is. Comfort. Comfort.
Government support.
See?
Good life in Canada.
So how's the room? What does it have? It has the
How's
TV,
everything?
right?
It's nice. Comfortable.
How's the bed?
Oh, it's great. Everything's great. I had bed bugs at first.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh man.
bed-
Well, that's not good.
What can you do?
Bed bugs.
They had bed
That's
bugs.
terrifying.
But they sprayed it after and got rid of it.
Oh man.
I had a couple bites.
Really? Okay, that's good. But they didn't get it. I guess when you don't have a lot of possessions, it doesn't matter because
Yeah.
you don't have a house to worry about.
Yeah.
But for someone with a house, to hear that they have bed bugs, that's, or even physically, like that's nasty. That's really
Oh, well.
unhealthy. But I'm
That's what
glad. So
happened
you
when
were
you-
okay.
Yeah.
They didn't infect you with any
No.
disease.
No.
So the room is warm at night.
Yep.
And it has a TV.
It has everything. Everything exclusive.
Shower,
Yeah,
bathroom.
shower. It's like a
Nice.
hotel. It
It's
has
a
everything.
hotel. Well, of course.
Okay, they help you out.
That's crazy.
Good country.
And connected to this is you're getting some money from the government.
Yeah.
Do you mind my asking how much?
I'm getting welfare right now.
How much did they give you a month?
$3.43 because I'm living in a shelter
Okay, so they know that you're in a shelter, but they still give you $343
for food
a
basics.
month.
Just for food.
That'll give you basics for food.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. Not for rent.
Not for rent. I was saying that if you got a job, then obviously they wouldn't give you any welfare money. Or,
Yeah,
or
they
if
will.
you... Would
Depends
they?
how much you
Would
make a
they?
year. They give you welfare. Depends how much you make a year.
But it wouldn't be very much, I
No,
don't think.
not much.
So pretty much, yeah, if you're in a shelter, then you're receiving some money,
Yeah.
but it's not going to be as much. But what about the other residents there? What are the other people that live there like?
There's no people around. We're near Highway 27 and
I mean, oh, okay, yeah, it's in a
it's
suburb.
It's in by a mall. We're nobody. It's
Yeah,
industry area.
Yeah, the location
Industry.
of the hotel is
Industry. All the factories.
Oh yeah,
and-
just an industrial.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of close to residential, industrial, but yeah, I guess this part of the city is wide and spread out, and
Yeah.
it's not a dense part of the city.
Yeah.
But I was sort of thinking about the building itself, like the other residents in the building, the other people you share the homeless shelter with. Like, what has been your experience?
Oh, we don't share rooms.
Yeah, but you don't see any other people in
Yeah,
the
we see
building at
them.
all?
Yeah, we see people. The shelter people.
But not much opportunity to socialize, or no
Yeah,
one,
you
no
can
one,
socialize
no one
with them.
wants to,
Most
or
of them
everyone
are
wants
all-
to keep to themselves.
Everyone keep to themselves.
Oh, yeah?
Everybody have their own problems.
Do they allow visitors?
Yeah. No, you
No?
cannot bring people.
No. So I wouldn't be able to visit you there.
No, you can't allow people in there. It's the
Okay.
law.
The law is that you're not allowed to have visitors
Yeah.
in a homeless shelter.
Yeah.
So, do you prefer living in the shelter to the car? I guess yes, you do.
Yeah.
And are you going to continue living in this shelter for the time being?
I'm waiting
or
for
where-
housing right now.
Okay.
I applied for housing, senior housing,
Okay, you applied for seniors housing.
and housing for. That's it.
And to apply to the seniors housing, did you apply to the Ontario government or to the Toronto, the municipal Toronto government is providing this, or is it the province?
I don't know. The city.
The city probably. I don't know how. So when you say seniors housing, is this like?
Not yet. I'm applying
Is this
for
the same thing as this? Because I thought you were saying you
so
were looking
housing
at
now.
a,
Not yet. Not senior housing. Just here housing.
You told me also you were looking at living in a seniors shelter.
Yeah.
Is that the same thing as the,
Yeah.
the-
Same thing. Yeah.
That's the same thing as what you just mentioned.
Yeah.
Okay. So is that like a communal building, or is that just like literally a separate apartment?
So separate apartment.
Okay. When they build a seniors housing, is it in like a block of a building with other
I don't
seniors?
know. I don't have no idea with that.
It must be, right?
I don't
I
know
don't
how.
know. So that's what you're hoping
Get a senior housing,
hoping to get to. Okay.
Toronto housing, whichever comes first. Seniors or Toronto
Right.
housing.
Well, very interesting. I hope that you can get on the right path and get into this housing, man.
Yeah.
And I mean, I appreciate you sharing your
I
story
hear
with
ya.
us. It's certainly very interesting. Any final thoughts? Any final observations you wanted
No.
to leave us with?
I'm okay. I'm fine.
All right. Well, thanks again.
All right.
Hasta luego, amigos.